We got plenty to get to, folks. We'll see how much we can get through without forgetting it all. The ride's getting a little bumpy. Wow. Wow. You know, it's a good thing they deleted those 30, 40, 50, whatever channels of mine. Because the amount of video evidence I would have of the stuff that we revealed, in addition to the absolute truth, that is the level biblical earth. Just wow. Remember all those videos I did back in 2020-ish when that whole incident was going down about Bill Gates, and people even started getting on me about why I was getting on Gates and that. I wanted a record. You know, I wanted a record that the guy that was trying to push all these procedures on people, now we find out, is also the guy that apparently was wanting to give his wife covert medical devices. Sorry, in order to make sure this video doesn't go down and I have evidence of it, I got to choose my words carefully. You all know how it is. Anyways, was wanting to slip his wife some antibiotics because of a condition he had acquired through his buddies' relationships. And what I always used to talk about was how the guy working for him was arrested at his home for having videos and pictures of children that he shouldn't. And everybody got on me about, oh, you can't, all the globe heads got on me about how can you associate, or how can you say he's that. Well, when not one, but multiple of your associates are guilty of the same things, that's called a pattern, not a coincidence. Speaking of coincidences, wait till we get to old Kevin Warsh. Oh, God works in weird ways. But anyways, so everything's going down. We're still in the middle of single digit, just finally gotten back into double digit temperatures, still buried in snow. You know, from the big ice storm that just happened to have that ice incident the day that storm happens, you know. You all know how it is. Anyway. Just the craziness. The economy's still going. They got to get in, you know, the UBI. Another thing that trustworthy Elon Musk always talks about. You can trust him. He wouldn't lie to you about the globe, space, anything. Because he had nothing to do with that Epstein fella. Except when he was begging to go not only to a party at his house, but the wildest party. Elon likes him wild. I bet he had his Baphomet costume all dusted off and ready to go. So, what else we got? Now, tell me if you haven't seen this irony. We now have the leftists saying we got to buy guns and arm up to fight ICE, as the patriots lick the boots of the government and have suddenly become fall in line status behind Donald Trump and all of his Epstein buddies, like Gates and Musk. You know, the people that Trump turned the keys to the kingdom over his first day with his whole AI $500 billion bill. You know how it is. Making America great again. So, it has never been more clear why I had so many channels shut down talking about Donald Trump and others during that whole time. And you know, usually I try not to toot my horn, but the greatest part of my entire YouTube adventure is I not only know I was right, most of you not only know I was right, but deep down inside, all the globe heads that attacked and slandered and harassed me all those years, they know I'm right too. And they know I'm right about all the things that have come to fruition that I've talked about. I can take no credit. All glory to God for bringing me to his truth, the ultimate truth. Again, if you stopped at flat earth, you're missing the boat. So, about a month ago, all of a sudden I'm headed upstairs to do my laundry. So I grabbed my uniform and I head upstairs and I said, well, I'm going to go wash my uniform. Just out of nowhere for some reason, just because I always thought it was funny when people say wash. And my wife's like, you going to wash it? And I'm like, I'm going to wash the heck out of it and get it April fresh. And from that day forward, because we can't let anything go, and it was a funny little giggle inside thing, every time we said wash since, it's been wash. Then a few days ago, I wake up out of my slumber and I'm rubbing the sleepies out my eyes. My wife's like, did you see who Trump's new nominee for the head of the Fed is? And I'm like, who gives a shit? You know? And she's like, no, you will. Just look. And I'm like, let me guess. Roger Stone, Brennan, or Bannon, whatever. And she's like, just look. And I'm like, all right. So I look it up, and there it is, Kevin Warsh. And I look, and she's looking at me, and she's like, what the actual? What is going on? Because we have said Warsh hundreds of times in the last month, just making fun of it, being goofy. Never heard of Kevin Warsh in our lives. So, those that say there are no coincidences, what's that? I don't know. You tell me. Also turns out, apparently, he's in the Epstein files. Surprise, surprise. Hey, Elon, you know, Mr. Trustworthy, he's going to save us money. If you ever decide to get the Doge ban back, I got an idea how you can save a little money, time and money. Government time and money, very valuable, right? How about you just release the maybe 2, maybe 3 names that aren't in the Epstein files in DC, and you'll save a ton of time. That's only like 2, 3 people tops you'd have to investigate. Just release the 2 or 3 names in DC that aren't on the Epstein files, and we'll be done with it. How about that? Because if you still think they're after your guns, and you still think your guns are to keep a free state and to fight a tyrannical government, what the hell are you waiting for? If you haven't used it, if we haven't used them for that by now, it's never going to happen. Because it's never been more tyrannical. Hello. With that, you know, I'm just going to leave you with that, folks. Just stick with Christ, because this is a madhouse. And it is truly only through being given the eyes to see and ears to hear by being open to it, not fearing what I'll find. It's through his glory I've been able to see all of this. I tend to think it is going to keep going in kind of, not that it's a slow motion pace, but it's just a steady collapse at this point until it isn't, you know. So you just got to assess, adapt, do what you can do, and ride with Jesus, people. God bless y'all. It's one heck of a journey. I'm just not inspired to make videos anymore. As far as what I see now, people can say confirmation bias, whatever. I see unfolding what pretty much I said I expect to unfold. I have no clue the timelines of things, but there's a lot of agendas and insanity being pushed. I mean, you know, again, the Pike letter, the little I glance at the news, I see it unfolding everywhere. They're certainly pushing that narrative to this day. Or if you want to choose what our mission will be accomplished when everything the American public believes is a lie. No, we got to be pretty close. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to check in, you know, a little proof of life video, if I'm not AI, and just tell you I love you, and take care. Stay with Jesus. You'll never lose. God bless.